Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel today. It's Xandra the Medium. Uh, my story today, I wanted to share information about my awakening. So many times people talk about their awakening and how tough it was, but they don't explain, what happened to them necessarily. So I thought it's kind of an important thing to understand what happens to you when you first awaken. And sometimes, like for me, it's a shocking event that awakens you. So the first time was really awakened to what was really happening was after my daughter passed away. And this is like 26 years ago, coming up on July 10th. But anyway, so I was in my grief and just so broken. So everything, that had been set in place to keep me in the matrix crumbled around me as I was going through the grief. And I, what started to happen to me was strange. I started to uh, hear the thoughts of other people. It became really telepathic for me. And that's when my gifts really, I'd always had the gifts, knowing things, dreaming things that came true. Even before my daughter passed, I had a dream about my heart being shot in the heart, and but still getting up and flying this helicopter in the dream. But when this happened, I started to recognize, the mind control stuff. I lived in the state of Utah, which to many might know is the mind control, center of the universe, I think. But I started recognizing how I was being programmed by people that were around me. I hear their thoughts, but I felt like they were doing it on purpose to control me, and I'm pretty sure that is the truth, because subliminal messaging and those kind of things, spells, curses, hexes, all these kinds of things that the matrix, cabal, I don't know what you want to call them today, but that they use are subliminal messaging. And so the awakening was I saw people for who they really were, because I started hearing their thoughts, many directed towards to control me when they were around me. And that was like the beginning of my awakening, and actually enhanced my gift of being a psychic, because I understood what was going on with people. Some of the confusion would come sometimes, though, when people's thoughts would try and overpower their higher self and what was going on. And people will started to do that in readings with me. So I kind of backed off a little bit from doing the readings, because I saw this. Their ego self would want a certain thing, and so their thoughts would become so powerful. And because of this gift that I had, for a minute it got confusing until I realized what was happening, because some of their egos, fantasies or whatever, were coming through in the readings. And I always had to make sure that I um, talked to their higher selves if I wanted to get an accurate reading with them. But so I wanted to kind of discuss how that works, and all of us have that gift of telepathy, and we can hear it, but we don't always recognize it. We may just think it's our own thoughts, and sometimes, this great idea comes in, and maybe if someone is using the telepathy to control you, however, you're going to kind of tend to go for what they want you to do, and how they want you to behave. So I kind of wanted to explain this because I think people don't understand. Like, am I going crazy? I'm having all these thoughts, and because when you learn discernment, you have to go inside of yourself and recognize, is this my thought? Is this and really start understanding that. And the matrix was set up a long time ago by these secret societies and the powerful and the rich. And how do you control people? They understood this. They can use subliminal messaging to control us. What keeps us in the matrix sometimes, well, all the time, is this mind control. And how do you break the mind control if you just think it's your own thinking, it's your idea, when really sometimes it's someone else's idea that they want you to do for them? That's what the matrix is about. The rich know how to use this energy, the rich and powerful, and those who from these secret societies. Even a spell is a subliminal message, so if somebody's using black magic, curses, things like this, even talking, gossiping about you can affect you if you're not protecting your energy. And so I wanted to kind of explain how the matrix was set up, and how how are we so locked in? Well, we're locked into the systems that keep us as slaves, basically, for the rich and the powerful. And the only way that breaks is when we start recognizing our own thoughts from theirs. Freedom is not being controlled. So a lot of people being controlled by others' thoughts and desires. Okay. We see this in religion. You will live this way. These are the rules, and that whatever religion it is. And many crazy rules are out there for religions, but it's to keep a group of people under the same mind control, same belief systems, keep them stuck so they don't evolve and ascend and break free from the matrix. And they never achieve those things they want to achieve because they're stuck following, being enslaved to the matrix. So, for me, of course, it was a tragic event that first awoken me to what was happening. And then and that was really when I really started looking for knowledge on this stuff because I knew it was happening to me. I was like, who are these people that are, sending these messages? And, because comes from everywhere. And I mean, I knew where a lot of mine was coming from at the time, but it's something that goes on in mass. And so, how do we stop that from happening? It's you have to connect, you know, to spirit, your own spirit that connects you to the divine spirit. And how do you do that? Well, prayer is good, but prayer is, connecting you. But in the larger concept of it, you have to meditate. You have to breathe in, and you have to release other people's thoughts, energies, emotions, curses, hexes, spells, all that stuff. You start breaking out of the matrix by doing this. Meditation, yoga, things of this nature. A lot of these secret societies do not want people doing. They act as if it's evil. But the truth is, it's because you're awakening and you don't stay stuck in the matrix. If just, okay, this is what they tell me to believe. All right, their beliefs, I'm just a sheeple, so I'll follow the sheeple, and that's the right way because they said it was, so they got to be right. But when you connect to spirit, you can connect into a higher awareness. You can connect into the greater awareness, the super conscious mind, you know, and have you, when you do that, you can connect into knowledge, hidden knowledge. And that's why meditation is such a powerful tool of breaking out of the matrix. It's really an important way, and really, because you've got to connect to your own spirit to connect to the divine spirit first. Just going to church and having people tell you what you're supposed to think and believe and all that won't get you there. It'll keep you in a matrix system of whatever has been designed, whatever religion. You can get caught up into some crazy religions because that's what you were born in. That was your heritage. Your ancestors were all this certain religion, and so you go in and you do it since birth, and you do it your whole life, and you just listen like a sheep, and you also like a slave, if you will, because usually it's those only in control at the top and in these powerful positions in religion and other places in business and in the world. It's the rich and the powerful that knows these tricks. They know how to take your energy, control you. When we work for people, a lot of times we take abuses that we don't want to stand up to because we don't want to lose our ways of surviving. So it's hard. But you can break free from it once you start connecting to your own spirit. That guides you, helps you to your own purpose, and it helps you break free of the matrix. And then it's the first good step is through meditation and prayer. But I say meditation in the long run will connect you to the divine more so because you're letting go of all these energies that don't belong to you. And it's so important to do that if you, when you awaken and you want to awaken, if you haven't had this experience where, I had my children even say to me, both children said it to me, that they could hear my thoughts. And I was like, whoa. And I was thinking some things, that I knew when I was kind of mad at them or something, and they could feel it. That's how powerful our thoughts are. They are energy. No, they're not words, but they're just as powerful because they are thoughts and they are energy. And so, when people want to manipulate and control you, they may tell you one thing and that they're, subliminally tell you something else. So, awakening is a tricky thing, but I'm gonna have to cut this video short because my computer's dying. So, but hopefully that helps for today. I'm gonna do another message here a little bit later about this. Thank you for watching and tune in again. I'm gonna have some good messages coming up. Thanks for watching.